Welcome back. If you're just joining, it's Trending O'Clock, and you know how we do it right here on Trending. We talk about all the trending stories on the internet, and of course, give our opinions about them. I am Mercy Irable, and you know, once it's trending, I can never be alone in the studio. So, who is joining us today? The beautiful, gorgeous, NK.
Dab on it.
Thank you so much. I love the vibes. I love the energy and
Call me the
everything you
energy
bring.
queen. That's okay.
Energy queen.
It's so good to be here once again.
Yeah, thank you so
much. And you're looking good, by the way. I love the hair. I love the makeup. I love everything.
Thank you so much. And you don't look bad though.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for always coming to join me.
As always.
Today we have loads of gist. Are you ready?
The weekend was hot.
It was hot.
So I'm not surprised.
All right, let's dive straight into it.
Yeah.
So tragedy struck Lagos on Monday, which was yesterday, the 27th of October, 2025, when a two-story building collapsed in the early hours of the day. Yeah, we can see the picture. According to reports, 15 people were rescued, while several others are still feared trapped under the rubble. Emergency responders from Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service and Lagos State Emergency Management Agency are still working on the scene. Okay, this is a very sad and disturbing story, and I really do not like disturbing stories like this, but it is what it is. It's trending, and we have to talk about it. And then I saw in dailies this morning that residents saw some of these distress signs, but they ignored it. Because I don't think a building can just collapse at once. You must have seen some signs and all of that. And I just get to wonder, how do people sleep in dilapidated buildings? Like, how do you sleep with your eyes closed, your eyes shut, not scared of what might happen the following day and all of that? I don't know. How do they sleep in dilapidated buildings?
Well, sometimes you may not really blame them, because I mean, this is where they have lived all their life. For some people, this is where they have lived all their lives. And the cost of rentage right now in Nigeria, it's something else, and people cannot really afford the big houses and the rest. And so old houses like this, that I feel like, or I felt the government would actually look into some form of rehabilitation, and see how they can reconstruct some areas, but then they give a blind eye to it. There is a particular estate in Lagos I'm very scared of. Yeah. And I've forgotten the name now, but it's a very popular estate in Lagos, but the estate is old,
very old,
very old, and sometimes I fear for those people living there, because footages I've seen of some of the areas, they are broken. Some there are cracks here and there, breakages, and I'm like, how do people live in this kind of area without fear of one day this place might just collapse? Because I mean, some of the reasons that causes all this kind of collapse is wear and tear. Sometimes the cement have become so soaked with water, and it's no longer strong as it used to be, and there is a tendency that it might just fall down. But then this is a very gory sight. And I can't even imagine the people trapped in that collapse right there. So I just hope the government will use that as, I would say, an example to look into other houses, of this kind of poor structure, to see how they can help those houses come alive.
And the funniest part is the fact that in Lagos, houses are expensive. You collect, you get outrageous rents and all of that, and you cannot put them back into renovation of your properties.
Exactly.
This is alarming, and I feel maybe there should be a law that once your house goes bad like this, they should arrest the person or something,
and
because why would you open
rents?
Your eyes and watch your house in that condition without fear of collapse and all of that? Still collecting outrageous funds and leaving people in there. I feel governments really need to intervene, because we've been having more of all of these house collapses and all of that, which is not really nice.
I feel like the Federal Housing Agency, needs to really do a lot of work. I mean, you see houses like this, landlords and landladies are collecting rents, increased rentage, and no work is being done. I mean, no form of reconstruction or what's it called now, renovation is done in the house. And you're asking yourself, what's the outrageous rentage for? what's the increment for? You know, you just wake up one morning and the landlord has increased the rent. Okay, what was the new thing that was added to the house? You don't get to see any of that.
And you know, there was one house I actually saw. They said renovation to be carried out by tenants. And I just get to wonder, in this
How will I
country,
renovate the house?
like
I'm
I will
paying rent
renovate
in?
the house
And then
for
tomorrow
you.
I leave. The money I
So
used
those
to be left,
kind
will you
of
be giving back to
selfish
me?
and self-centered landlords are the kind of persons that their house end up being collapsed and all of that because they do not want to spend.
Yeah,
You're getting money
true.
from this. It's an investment. You should be able to invest more in your property.
Yeah.
Renovation should be something that needs
Should be
to be
done
done
monthly or
like
quarterly,
not
or
you just leave your house
yeah.
like that and then just leave people. You don't really care. It's not
Don't
really
care. It's
nice.
not
And our
nice.
hearts, our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims and their families during this difficult time. Well, as we know, this is still a developing story and some persons are still trapped in there. So I'll sure bring more updates
And this
as
has also
soon as
caused, you know, people homeless
yes,
right now.
homeless, yeah.
So I think the government is doing
I
a
really
lot
feel for them.
to house people. So let's see how that works out.
Yeah, so as more details emerge, I'll definitely come and update you. So next is still a disturbing story. Yeah, a 23-year-old student of the University of Jos has been arrested for allegedly taking the life of his colleague and burying the body in a shallow grave inside his room. According to reports, the shocking incident was discovered after neighbors noticed a strange smell coming from the suspect's apartment. Police were alerted and investigations led to the grim discovery. So at the moment, the suspect is still under custody as authorities continue to investigate. And I get to ask, what exactly is happening to our youth? Like a 23-year-old boy, you killed, buried, and you were so comfortable sleeping in that apartment
Ew.
where you have a corpse. I just don't know. How do people feel? Well,
Was it not scared that the spirits will wake up and
wake
come and
up,
meet?
like, I don't know, like, where do
It's
they get their
crazy.
minds?
It's
Where do they get their
crazy.
guts?
It's
Where do they
crazy.
get all of these things? In as much as I have a lot to say, I am boiling, but netizens had more than a lot to say. Let's see some of the reactions. See how he looks like a human
I was
being.
just about to talk about his looks right now because he looked really scary.
Wait, he buried his colleague in his room. How did he do that? I don't know, if you ask me. Let's take some more reactions. Una you style gets mine. Exactly what I was saying. Where do you all get your guts? What the hell? Things we read these days in the news don't even happen in the movies. Exactly.
Weird
time
times, I tell
we
you.
live in. Such a wicked word. This one no be devil work, now fully human being work. And he should be interrogated, and it will be painful if it is food, money, or even girls that made him do such a thing. I don't understand. Why will money girl make him kill his colleague
we have seen it worse like that.
This is a heartbreaking event that reminds us how fragile life is and how dangerous unchecked anger or cruelty can be. Every life has value, and harming another brings pain that lasts far beyond the moment. It is a call for society to teach empathy, guide the youth, and uphold justice to protect the innocent. I really can't understand the sole reason a human will take their fellow human's life. May he dance to the same tune he played. Every day, the news in this country just keeps getting darker. That's a really sad one. It's very
so sad.
Darkness doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it grows beside us, wears a familiar face, and calls us friends. Yeah.
So true.
Hey, God protect our children from bad friends. 23 years old. This life no balance. What has he gained now? Wait first, how do these beasts do these things like this and feel at peace with themselves? This is so sick to read. He has the heart to do all of that. Bro is being hardened for ages.
Yes, and that's also another thing. I
Yeah.
mean, how would a 23-year-old have the mind to kill somebody and still have the mind to think that, okay, for me not to get caught, let me
Caught.
bury him inside my house? Meaning, it's either he's coming from somewhere, somewhere that has been so hard, so dark, and these are the kind of things that he gets to see people do, and so, it was easy for him to carry out such an act. Now, who might have thought the kind of circumstances that led to this incident happening? Probably it must have been an argument or anger, or, like someone said, it could even be girls or money. I mean, we've seen the other way around where girls beat their fellow girls up because of a boy. So it could also happen that the boy will kill a fellow brother because of a girl. So it could happen in such ways. But then again, this is the height of it, going as far as this to take your own friend's life. I mean, I can't even start to imagine what was going on in his head because I can't even think of it. But then again, I thank God that, he was being found and investigations are ongoing, because I really would want to see the end of the story. I really want to know what led to this, what made him do this. It could also be for ritual purposes. But then he has big mind to actually bury somebody in the same room
house and
that
you
he's sleeping, and you
there.
have no fear. You're not afraid that
I think
spirits
the
can
next
just be
step,
so angry and just wake up and kill you too. I mean,
like we see in the movies.
Like we see in the movies. I really can't get
One
it.
thing I feel they should do is they should carry out mental evaluation.
Exactly.
They really need to
someone
know
said that
if this guy is fit.
Yeah.
Because I do not see why a sane person would
do
carry
such a
out
thing.
an activity like this, kill, bury, and
still
sleep
in
in
the
that
same house.
place.
I mean,
I feel they need to
oh my
conduct
goodness.
a medical
There's a lot
evaluation,
of
a
insane
mental
people.
evaluation. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of insane people moving around today that don't even know they're insane. So I think it starts from our education system. I think we should begin to somehow, some way, troop in, mental study or classes, into our curriculum. Let's help the youth. Let's help the students.
And then we should know the people we call friends.
Yeah.
Just imagine that a colleague had just gone there innocently
to
not
visit
knowing
his friend.
what might befall him. He just
Exactly.
went there to visit a friend, and now look at him in a shallow grave. So we should know the people we call our friends.
Exactly.
Who are your friends? Yeah, this is one thing we need to keep asking.
And then when you're even going out, still
you should tell somebody
where you're going
because
to.
I'm sure if not for that smell, he would have
people
just
wouldn't have
buried
known
that issue.
Yeah.
Nobody would know. Nobody would find out. But if the guy had told somebody, I'm sure somehow
People
they
would
must
have
have gone
linked
there
it
to
to
like
him.
connect
Yeah.
the dots and all
Yeah.
of that. Like he came here and all of that. But it is what it is, and this is also a developing
sad.
story. And once we get more updates, I'll definitely bring them. You need to stay tuned on Trending to get all of these updates. Well, away from that, it's been so serious. And, I do not like serious things, yeah. So I decided to bring some celebrity gossip. So who is trending? Senator Ned Nwoko is trending again.
Of course.
So in an interview video, we saw Senator boldly declaring, and I quote, "Every man should marry more than one wife." He went on to say, "It's like telling me to stand on one leg when I can stand on four. I feel sorry for people with just one wife." An advice from a senator to men. Interesting. And to make things even interesting, during that same interview, he denied all recent allegations made by his wife, actress Regina Daniels, insisting that he's a loving and respectful husband. I don't know what to say. Because we were thinking, like, I was feeling like when he went for that interview, he was going to tell us about, because we are just here. We do not know what is going on. We just saw Regina giving crying out for help, giving a distress calls and all of that. And he came out to say she is the violent one and she does drugs, she does all of these things, all of these accusations flying here and there. I thought he was supposed to address all of these issues. But now he's coming to tell us that, no, do not marry one wife. Marry up to four so you can stand on four legs. Like, I don't get it.
He's not actually the only one saying this. I mean, there's another popular social media influencer, Gege, who actually came out to say the same thing last week as well. And I know a lot of men are in support of this comment, promoting polygamy.
Yeah.
But hey, you see, this marriage of an institution is a very fragile institution that, the littlest thing, can just cause a big issue. And that's why we always advise that people tread carefully and know who you are getting married to. Regina opened her 2 eyes and married a man who has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Love is blind.
5, 6. I'm still going on. It goes on. And I know Regina will not be the
last. Definitely.
So I mean, when you marry a man like that, you should know that this man is deeply rooted in polygamy. What did he tell the first wife that he did not tell the second wife, that he did not tell the third wife? And it just keeps going on and on. So issues like this happened, and this is what he's coming out to say. Well, I don't blame him. He's a senator. He has the resources.
He has the money
to take care of 20 wives if he chooses to marry up to 20. But then again, coming out to advise men that it's saying you feel sorry for men who have only one wife.
One wife.
Sir, with all due respect, sir, you can have one wife and still live happily ever after.
Exactly.
That has always been God's design. So you coming out to say you feel sorry, you should be feeling sorry for yourself that is carrying 30 people's load on your head.
That is even if anybody is coming to advise men, not you, that we just saw your recent crisis. We saw all of these things.
We should be talking about how to address the issue. We talk about the issues on the ground, not coming out to give advice. Address the issues around your marriage. That's what we want to hear. We want to know what is going on. We might not even get to know it because we shouldn't have known if people will not bring it to us.
Now you brought it to us and you're leaving us in the dark.
You are leaving us in the dark, and then you're going to another. No, sir, please let us take it one after the other.
Exactly. We want
Finish
you
this
to
one
address
first.
it.
Let us know what the problem is.
You accused your wife of drug and substance abuse. Is it true? Come out to tell us.
Your wife
and
said
she accused you
of
domestic violence. Being a senator and you're being accused of domestic violence. Is it true? Those are the things we want to hear. Not you just coming out and leaving all of these things and coming out to tell us that men should marry more than one woman. Okay, maybe if that advice was coming from somebody else, maybe I would have taken it. Anyways, while he was doing all of these interviews, in a similar development, Regina Daniels was busy showcasing her new mansion on social media. Look at that.
So unbothered.
So the actress
moving on nicely.
She showcased her new mansion, a stunning property that many say is her way of asserting independence, especially amid recent reports of marital issues with her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. And now I am asking, is this a well-deserved flex or a silent statement? Because we saw rumors, we heard rumors that they are back together. And next we are seeing, she posted this on her social media page saying, in my house, I am a queen. I got this for myself and my family. Okay. And I just get to wonder, are you trying to tell us that you've moved on? Okay. I really want to know. I don't like connecting dots. I like people coming out playing
that is what
to tell me. But they've not released an official statement. And I am bothered.
An official statement saying that she has left her husband's house. Yeah. But we all know what happened, from the videos that we saw. So that apparently means that she's not living in Ned Nwoko's house. Because in Ned Nwoko's house, she is nothing. So she has moved to her own house where she's a queen.
You see, when it comes to husband and wife issue,
you cannot.
What if she had gone back and we are here trying to connect all of these dots?
Come to buy house. I don't know. So probably she's just trying to secure a property for herself. But then again,
I don't like being in the dark. Can somebody just speak? Can somebody just address me? I really want to have something to talk about all of this.
Continues.
I want to have something. When I'm coming next to talk about this on trending, I want to have something to say.
Some facts.
Oh, they are back together. No, they are officially divorced. these are the things I want to hear, not coming out
divorce
to
will
say,
not come easily, so
okay,
don't even look
I
forward
am
to
still
divorce.
thinking they are together, they are not together. I don't like all of those stuff. Somebody should just speak to us.
Well,
Speak.
let's keep following their train and dancing to their tune. However, they decide to take us through. You know, now she has gotten a property.
Yeah.
We don't know whether she'll be living there with her family, or
yeah.
that's just one property that she has bought in her name. Because most times they tell you, when you marry a rich man, you self, try to do something for yourself.
Yeah, and you know,
Uh-huh.
allegedly, we saw that we saw reports flying that her husband doesn't really want her to get anything in her name.
Her name.
So maybe this is one of the, maybe they might come back together, but she would say, I bought it when we're not together. Anyways,
Well, let's see how all of this
stories.
unfolds.
In as
It's still
much
a
as I
story.
want to talk, I want to talk more and more on this topic, on this issue,
Yeah.
but sadly, time is really not on our side, and we have to go. We have to really wrap things up now on trending.
Yeah.
I had a super amazing time.
As
I know you
always.
enjoyed yourself too, and I'm sure NK
Of course,
did.
always, as always. It's
Thank you so
always a
much,
wonderful
NK,
time.
for always
My
coming.
pleasure.
All right, guys, so this is where we have to really go right now. This is where I have to tell you that you can engage with us on all our social media platforms, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, at Atlantic Media and TV. So see you same time for another great edition of Viewpoints. Same time tomorrow. I am Mercy Erabo. Bye for now.